It's Week 12 of the National Football League.
And our spotlight is on Michael Pittman. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week.
It's the Colts and the Lions.
And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the...
The final playoff push is upon us. NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts heading out for the first time behind their 22-year-old quarterback in his second season now in the NFL, Anthony Richardson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. They'll get this off to Taylor.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Lions will take over.
Out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. 2nd and 10. In motion right, Peoples-Jones.
Now Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Now a 2nd and 10. In motion right, Peoples-Jones.
To the air again, Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Colts offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Here's Richardson to throw.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
The Colts had 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jelani Woods,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Dayo Odeyingbo
has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Richardson.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Goff now to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 67 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Goff now looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And the Colts coming out now.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Richardson off the play fake. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
On Richardson. That complete to Downs.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Back to the air with Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now it's Richardson. He'll get the hook up there to Woods.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Richardson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Richardson looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
In motion right, Peoples-Jones.
Goff now looking to throw.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 37.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Back to throw, Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, Goff.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Goff. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Stay
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Here's Goff.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Stays on his feet. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Colts to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll send Mitchell in motion right.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And that's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And the Colts getting ready to go.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Ready.
Richardson following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
The short throw pulled in by Woods.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Richardson.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Go.
Now Richardson looks to throw once more. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out.